Hello friends, in this video we want to take a look at Packet Tracer 361 implement VLANs and trunking. You can see topology here and you can see three switches that we have. We should configure them. First, in this assignment we should check objectives. Objectives are configure VLANs, assign ports to VLANs, configure static trunking, and configure dynamic trunking. As you know, we have two forms for the trunking mode, static and dynamic, and we can take a look at them in this assignment. First, configure VLANs. Configure VLANs on all three switches. Refer to the VLAN table. Note that the VLAN names must match the values in the table exactly. Okay. This is VLAN table. Yes, in the first one. We should go to part 2, assign ports to VLANs. But in part 1, we should create all of the VLAN here, enable mode. And you can see for all three switches we should configure a VLAN. Conf T and VLAN 10 name should be admin, and also VLAN 20 name should be accounts. Also VLAN 30 name should be HR, and VLAN 40 and name should be voice, and VLAN 99 name should be management, and VLAN 100 name should be native. And copy this information and this setting and this configuration and go to other switch. As you know, all of the switch in network should have same VLAN and same native VLAN. You should go to conf T, and in by in can we create them to save over time. I have created VLAN 10 name, VLAN 20, 30, 40, yes, and it's same. And also you can do that for switch C, enable mode and conf T, and you can copy and paste all of the information here. For this in this situation, you can, for example, create a notepad file and write all of the command here and copy or paste. It's very easy and better to save time. Okay, and do WR also to copy. In the next parts, we should assign ports to VLANs. Assign access ports to VLAN on switch B and switch C. Assign port to VLAN. Refer to the addressing table. This is addressing table here. Yes. We should assign it, for example, in switch first, switch B. We should go here and exit and come back to configure terminal mode and right here interface fast Ethernet 01 and switch port mode access. It doesn't need to write all of the command here. For example, it's enough, and you should also assign to VLAN 10. And it's same for fast Ethernet 02 and access mode, and should be 20 and fast Ethernet 03 should be also access mode. It's a dynamic, it's a static mode and access mode, and this is okay. Yes, and same commands you should configure for switch C, and I have written them here, but differences here you can see. Switch A, B, C. You can see here. This is for switch B. This is for switch B. For switch B. Also, this is for switch C and C and C, and also F04 for switch C. And PC7 should assign to this one. This is PC7. In this situation, we should go here and write exit. And after that, for example, interface pass Ethernet 01 and same situation, switch port mode access. Yes, and switch port access VLAN 10. And same for other. I can copy and paste all of them here for you. Interface pass Ethernet 02, 03, and 04, and VLAN 20, 30, and also PC7 is for VLAN 10. You can see network here. 192, 168, 10, 12, same. Okay, and do WR to copy. And step 2, configure the voice VLAN port. Configure the appropriate port on switch C for voice VLAN functionality. We have also, you can see IP phone here, and we should activate and we should configure voice VLAN here. You should come here and write exit, come back here, and this is interface pass Ethernet 04. Yes, and right here MLS, QoS, trust, and it should be COS keyboard. Yes, and switch port, voice VLAN. Yes, we should check here. This is VLAN 10. Yes, this is VLAN 10 also. Okay, and configure the virtual management interface. What's the virtual management? Virtual management in its VLAN management to, for example, if you want to create remote access to VLAN, you should use VLAN management VLAN. In this situation, in all interface, in all switches, for example here, you should come in back and interface VLAN 99 that we have created, but to configure you should write interface VLAN 99 and it will be up automatic. And you can see this is VLAN management for switch 1. This is IP address for switch 1 VLAN management, and this is the address you should take remote and use as a remote 255, 255, 255, and 0/24, and also this is no shot, but it doesn't need, but yes, I will do that, and it's same for switch also B. You should write here, and also switch B interface VLAN 99 and it will be up, and also IP address should be this one from this table 255.255.255.0. Yes, it's right. This is here, and also for switch 3. For switch 3 also should be here. Interface VLAN 99, and we should activate it, and IP address should be 192, 168, also 99, also 200, 254, and same subnet mask /24, and it works also for you. Yes. And configure a static trunking. We have two trunking here, static trunking and dynamic trunking. In static trunking mode, you have only you should write no negotiate, and you should disable negotiation between two switch for a static. But for dynamic, it's open to negotiate between two switch, and for example, two switch look at each other in this situation. I will show you that. First, we should configure the link between SWA and SWB as a static trunk. Disable dynamic trunking of this port. It's very important. We should disable dynamic trunk, and in this situation, it will be a static. Yes, we should go to switch A and exit mode and interface G01. It should be switch mode, port mode trunk. Yes, it will be up, and switch port no negotiate. If you write here no negotiate, it means it will be a static and you can create it manually. And switch port trunk native VLAN, and it's very important in all of the port that assigned or that created as a trunk, we should assign native VLAN. It's very important. Yes, and for all of the switch should be same VLAN. You can see also is switch B right here, interface G01, also for switch B here, and same process, and switch port, excuse me, and switch port no negotiate because it's static, and switch port trunk native VLAN, and native VLAN should be same for three switches here, unless it will be happened mismatch native VLAN, and our system and our network doesn't work. Yes, and what about here? Disable DTP on the switch port on both ends of the trunk link. We have done it, and configure the trunk with the native VLAN. Yes, configure dynamic trunking. Between switch A and switch C, we want to um, create dynamic, and you can see assume that the trunk port on switch C is set to the default DTP mode for the switches configure G02. Okay, we should go here and configure interface G02 and switch port mode dynamic desirable. I can write also for you because maybe some of you doesn't know about that. Switch port mode dynamic desirable. In this situation, um, it will be up, and do WR. And what about this situation, this mode? Interface G02 and switch port mode trunk and switch port trunk native VLAN 100. Yes, it's correct. And yes, and we should also do WR, and between switch A and switch C we have a dynamic trunking protocol, and in dynamic desirable, for example, if any switch in any port here, like switch A, if for example G02 in switch C is trunk, G02 in switch A, look at this port and it will be also trunk. As you know, we don't have configured, you can see here, we don't have configured any trunking here. The only trunking that we have configured is dynamic desirable. And in this situation, it will be automatic trunk in trunking mode and trunking situation. Okay, and configure trunk, also native VLAN that we have configured for 3 switches here. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe me. Yes, thanks.